Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Well, good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend, a great Sunday out there. A cool Sunday, but not too bad. But tonight, temperatures are going to go downhill, and they're going to go downhill very, very quickly as we head through the next couple hours. And as you wake up tomorrow morning, it is going to probably be one of the cooler nights that we've seen all season. Now, we have seen some temperatures, even Portland, I think in the month of December, drop down to 3 below zero. Might get pretty close to that for the nighttime tonight in Portland. But up towards the north, they are certainly going to be below 3 below, as we are looking at some very, very chilly temperatures all across the state. We're also tracking the chance for some light snow for tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Another round of wintry mix potentially, which could include some freezing rain, could include some sleet, some snow, even some plain rain as we head through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And then, yes, another round of rain as we head into late in the week. Temperatures are going to warm up as we head through this week. We are looking at 40s in the forecast. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about the cold. We are looking at some very cold temperatures for the nighttime tonight. And with that, we do have a cold weather advisory posted, and it's going to start really 10 o'clock this evening and go through the morning hours on Monday through 9 o'clock in the morning. This includes all of Oxford County. We are looking at that up towards Somerset, Franklin counties up towards the north, and even parts of northern Cumberland County looking at this cold weather advisory. But it's going to be cold no matter where you are for the nighttime tonight. There's going to be a little bit of a breeze as well. And as we know, it doesn't take much of a breeze to make temperatures that are near 0 degrees feel much colder than that. So let's get a look at the numbers out there right now. We are still in the teens for most areas. That's the average, because we do have some single numbers up towards the north, and we do have some 20s down to the south. So let's get a closer look up towards the north, and you can see numbers right now are running in these single numbers, but we do have some lower teens in spots right around 10 degrees in Weld, Carrabassett Valley, Berlin coming in around 10 degrees. If you have a thermometer at home, maybe you have a home thermometer, let me know what you have in your town right now. I would love to hear what you are looking at for temperature. Right now, they're not too bad. We are looking at low 20s down towards Kittery, over towards Kennebunk. Temperatures have dropped into the teens for many areas away from the water. 18 degrees in Waterboro, 15 degrees in Standish, 14 right now over towards Brunswick. And then we head to the mid-coast over towards areas like Augusta. We are looking at temperatures already dropping into the single numbers and lower teens. So we are going to see temperatures again fall below 0 for many areas as we head through the nighttime tonight. And as we get a look at the winds, they are, again, on the light side, but all it takes is a 5 or 6 mile per hour wind to make the temperatures feel much cooler. We are running between, say, 5 to 8, 9 miles per hour for much of the region right now. And again, that is causing the wind chill numbers to drop into the single numbers. So we're in the teens to near 20 in Portland, but it feels more like 6 degrees when you factor in the wind. Rangeley already down to 9 below 0. That's where we are going to see wind chills drop probably between 20 to 30 below 0 for the nighttime tonight. It feels like 4 degrees in Brunswick and 9 degrees over towards the Sanford area. And then you head on top of Mount Washington. 54 below 0 is what it feels like right now. All right, so let's get into the satellite and radar. You can see that we are dry across the state, and we are going to stay dry for tonight. Really, the only weather worry is the cold temperatures that we're going to be dealing with for tonight into tomorrow morning as well. Really through the day on Monday. Monday is by far the coldest of the next 7 days. The numbers are only going to go up from here. We are talking teens for highs in many areas, maybe some spots near 20 degrees for the daytime tomorrow. But as we head through the week, we are going to double that. We're probably talking near 40 degrees in some spots as we head through later on in the week. Here we go. So this is this little system as you head well off to the Great Lakes. Eventually, this little guy right here, a little clipper system, is going to pass through the state, and we are going to see some snow out of this system as we head through tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. I think anytime after about say 3-4 o'clock, we'll run the risk for some snow showers in the western part of the state. This is not going to be a huge deal, but we are going to see some light snow. There is going to be accumulations with this because of two reasons. One, the temperatures are going to be in the teens for the most part, so anything that falls is going to stick. And really, it doesn't take much in the way of actual, QPF, what we call exactly, is essentially how much precipitation is falling from the sky. It doesn't take much when we are talking temperatures in the teens to accumulate an inch or two. So I'll talk about that in just a second. Let's first talk about tonight. We have temperatures falling through the teens, eventually into the single digits for the overnight hours, and below zero for many spots as you wake up tomorrow morning. Areas like Portland will be right around that 0 degree mark as you wake up on Monday. Now, here's a look at your overnight lows. I do think, again, most spots will drop to near or below zero for the nighttime tonight. These are the actual air temperatures, anywhere between, say, 0 and 5 below zero for many areas in the southern parts of the state. As you head up towards the north and mountains, though, that's when we're talking 10, 15 below zero. Areas like Rumford and Berlin over towards Freiburg for the nighttime tonight. So maybe you're an ice fisherman. Yeah, this is good ice waking weather, that is for sure. Temperatures running below zero for many areas for the nighttime tonight. And this is a snapshot of the wind chills. Now, the winds are not going to be strong. We are going to see a light breeze out there for the overnight and into tomorrow morning. But I show you this just because a 5 or 6 mile per hour wind when temperatures are 2 or 3 below zero can make it all of a sudden feel like it's 10 or 15 below zero. And that is probably going to be the case for tomorrow morning. Many areas near zero or below for the actual air temperature, and then subtract about 5-10 degrees, if not more, in some spots. We are going to be talking wind chills, again, 20 to 30 below zero up towards the far north overnight into tomorrow morning. Many of us will drop between about, say, 5 below to 15 below for the wind chills as we head through tomorrow morning. So certainly bundle up in layers as you head out the door to work for the day on Monday. It is going to be very cold out there for sure. Here's a look at your planner for the daytime tomorrow. You notice the trend, sunshine to start the day. We are going to see clear skies as you wake up tomorrow morning, but very quickly, these clouds will move in, and we are talking mainly cloudy skies by the time we get to about noontime. We're probably talking overcast skies in the western part of the state, maybe still a little bit of sun as you head off towards areas like Bangor, for example. But even those areas, we'll see more clouds as we head through the afternoon. And those clouds are in advance of that little weak clipper system that, as I was just mentioning, is going to move through the state. So we have two systems, or I should say 3 systems that we are watching. So the one that I'm going to talk about in a second is coming in tomorrow night. Now we have to talk about Wednesday. Well, I've gotten a lot of questions about what's Wednesday going to be. First off, it's more so Tuesday night into Wednesday morning that we are going to run the risk for some precipitation. I say precipitation because it's not going to be just one form of precip. We are talking the potential for snow up towards the north, which is looking pretty likely at this point. Areas like the foothills over towards parts of inland Maine, even down towards the coastline during the overnight and into early Wednesday morning, could see a wintry mix, maybe some snow mixing in at times as well. But we could be talking about a little bit of freezing rain. We could be talking about some sleet. And then I do think areas as we head through the morning hours will transition down towards the coastline to plain rain, as temperatures will probably climb to 33, 34, 35 degrees during the morning hours, and then kind of clears on out of here. So that storm moves out as we head through Wednesday, and I'll get into more details on that in a second. But then there's another system as we head through late in the week, and you can see it is a very slow mover. It's going to drag a front through the region, bringing us some rain for the most part as we head through the day on Friday, later, especially during the afternoon and evening. And then really as the storm system passes through the state, we are going to see another round of rain as we head into the day on Saturday. So right now, it's not looking like a pretty stretch of weather Friday and Saturday. If you have plans outdoors for Friday and Saturday, it's certainly not looking like the best, because we are going to see, again, mostly just plain rain, not freezing rain, not a wintry mix, and not snow. I mean, we're talking that potentially up towards the mountains. So, if you're up towards the mountains, maybe again you're maybe you're a snowmobile or you're a skier, you do something like that. Let's cross our fingers that things maybe change even just a little bit, because right now it looks like we are going to see some rain even up towards the north as we head into later in the week. All right, so let's backtrack now and let's talk about what we're dealing with for tomorrow night. We have the cold temperatures and the sunshine to start the day on Monday. clouds will, again, very quickly increase. And then here we go around 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock rush hour, 6 p.m., we are looking pretty fine. There could be some snow showers here and there, but I don't think anything will cause any issues. And then a lot of this falls during the evening. So maybe you're having dinner, watching TV, relaxing on Monday evening, Monday night. There's a good chance that you are looking at some light snow falling across the area. This is 8:30 at night. You can see most of us are looking at a round of light snow passing through. And even at 10, 11 o'clock, it is starting to move out at this point. But I do think it could linger, especially down towards the coastline into the very early mornings of Tuesday. And I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So before you probably even wake up, most of this is out of here by the time you wake up. We'll see partly sunny skies. Another cool day for the day on Tuesday, but really not too bad. This is the tomorrow evening event. Coding to 2, as I was making this map, I was debating on whether I should go coding to 2 or 1 to 3. I think the really what I guess what had me come to my conclusion was I don't think everybody in this dark blue shading is going to see an inch, but I do think most areas, especially in the southern part of the state, are going to see around 2 inches of snow. So we can highlight specific areas. I actually think the coastline in particular, and I'm really only talking about Maine here, not so much Vermont and New Hampshire, but I'm watching these areas. Some of the high-res computer models, high-resolution computer models are showing just a little bit of enhancement down towards parts of York, Cumberland counties, over towards parts of the mid-coast, especially up through like areas like Brunswick, for example, that could see, those are the best chances to get 2 and potentially even around 3 inches of snow. So again, I was debating on 1 to 3 or coding to 2, and I think just a lot of places are going to obviously, of course, at least see a coding, but I do think a lot of places that I just highlighted could see upwards of 3 inches of snow. So, prepare some extra time for Tuesday morning. This is not a big storm, obviously. I don't even want to call it a storm. I'll call it a system. This system moves through, again, during the evening and nighttime on Monday. It's out of here before everyone wakes up pretty much on Tuesday. But, of course, the remnants will be left behind. You're probably going to be dealing with some snow on the car, on the driveway, on the roads, maybe some slick spots Tuesday morning, especially if you head out early in the morning. So that is the Monday night event. Not a big deal, but, nice festive flakes, I guess. And then for the day on Tuesday, call it partly sunny. Temperatures will run in the 20s to near 30 degrees. And then we have this Wednesday system that we are looking at Tuesday night into Wednesday in particular. Now, note the temperatures were in the 20s around 9 o'clock. It looks like we could see some snow showers start to develop even close to the coastline as we head through later on Tuesday evening and Tuesday night. And as it moves through, we have to watch this potential during the morning hours. So I'll highlight this. And you see all this pink shading down here. Well, yeah, this is where areas like this could see a little bit of a wintry mix. You see up towards the north, it's generally just snow. And I think that'll be the case for areas like Rangeley and Greenville, up towards Berwyn, the notches up towards the northern New Hampshire area. We are looking at just generally snow. But this is the highlighted area is the area I'm watching that there could be a little bit of freezing rain potentially during the morning hours on Wednesday, some sleet mixing in as well. Of course, some snowflakes here and there, but this doesn't look like a huge event, but it does look like a situation where maybe I would say to Wednesday morning, you might get some slick spots on the roads, especially, if there is the potential for that freezing rain. Now, we are still a little bit of ways away from this system. And of course, we're going to continue to bring details as we head through the next couple of days. By the time we get through the morning hours, again, a lot of that mix will transition to rain for much of the coastline, but it could stick around for areas, especially northwest of Sebago Lake. But then it kind of moves on out of here as we head through the morning. And I think most of the day, Wednesday, we're actually just looking at cloudy skies. So we'll see maybe even a few peaks of sunshine for the afternoon. Wednesday overall does not look like a total washout by any means. It's the morning commute that could be a little bit slick in some spots. So just be wary of that. And of course, give yourself some extra time. Here's your forecast for the nighttime tonight. Again, temperatures on the cold side, dropping back to around 1 degree for the nighttime tonight. And a look at your 7-day forecast shows that we will see that snow for Monday evening and Monday night. Coding to 2, again, I think there will be some isolated 3-inch amounts. I think the best chance for those isolated 3-inch amounts would be down towards the coastline, actually, with a little enhancement down towards York, Cumberland County, up through parts of the mid-coast. But I think, again, this really is not a big deal for tomorrow night. And another good part of it is it really doesn't come through during a rush hour commute. It's kind of after the Monday evening commute and well before the Tuesday morning commute that the snow will pretty much end. So that is some good news. It's Wednesday. We will see that morning mix and rain down towards the coastline. If you are inland, it's pretty much just going to be a wintry mix for the morning hours. And then we'll see cloudy skies, maybe a few peaks of sun for the afternoon on Wednesday. And then the warm up. A lot of people are probably a little excited about this. We are talking a very nice day on Thursday for, I guess, January standards. Temperatures in the upper 30s to near 40, mostly sunny skies. So make your outdoor plans on Thursday if you have any. We are looking at a pretty nice day. Maybe it's a good day to just grab the light coat and go for a walk on a lunch break on Thursday. Friday, rain develops. There could be a little bit of freezing rain for areas inland. That is something to watch, but not too concerned about it at this point for two reasons. One, we're several days away, so things can change. But number two, it's likely to transition to just plain rain. And that if that's the case, then it probably won't cause too much in the way of problems with temperatures in the upper 30s. And then we will see that rain continue into the day on Saturday. There may be a little bit of a lull between Friday's system and then Saturday's system. And then right now, hopefully, we can clear things out and have a nice Sunday. So we are looking at temperatures in the 30s for the day on Sunday. But yeah, certainly a warm up. Tomorrow is by far the coolest day of the week. All right. So hello, everybody. Hello, Florence. How are you? Kathy, you're funny. I'm sure a lot of people are jealous of you, Kathy. Oops, 1 second. Mark, hello to you. You are welcome. I hope this was very informative for you there, Mark. Clyde, this is literally my thinking. The Patriots win and a touch of snow on the way. Cannot get any better. I agree. It really doesn't get much better than that, right? We are going to see a little bit of snow tomorrow. And like you said, the Patriots won. It's just too bad the Broncos won today. We were hoping that they would lose, of course, but they decided to win. All right, what else we have? Yes, Troy, hello to you. Good. More snow for the skiers. Absolutely, that is some good news. Again, though, like I said, let's just hope things don't turn too warm late in the week. I'm sure there's enough of a base up towards the mountains where they won't be impacted too much. Plus, the temperatures probably won't reach 40 degrees on top of the mountains. But we are going to see certainly a warm up as we head through later in the week. Erica, sounds like you're excited for that 41-degree temperature. I think that was the coastline, wasn't it? Yeah, 41 degrees. Unfortunately, it comes with rain. I wish I could. I would say, honestly, Thursday is probably the better day, even though it's technically in the 30s. We're, going to see the sunshine, so it'll feel nicer for the day on Thursday. Hello to you, Travis. I hope you're having a good evening. And Ryan, hello to you. Great name. Yes, appreciate you tuning in as well. I really wanted to make, a Facebook Live here because we didn't, of course, have a 6 p.m. evening newscast, and that was due to football. We do have a 10 and 11. I think we're live at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'm not totally sure, but I think it might be around 11:30 we come on, but tune in for the 10 o'clock newscast. And of course we will, I'll give you the latest on the forecast. We'll give you the latest on the news. That's what we do. All right. Last comment here. When are we supposed to get at least 2 inches? So at least 2 inches, like I said, I think some areas tomorrow evening are going to get 2 inches of snow, if not more. But we don't have any big, huge snowstorms in the 7-day forecast by any means. If anything, we have more rainstorms than we do snowstorms for the 7-day forecast. But even Tuesday night, Wednesday's system just doesn't look like it could be a little bit slippery Wednesday morning. But yeah, we certainly don't have much in the way of, heavy accumulating snow in the 7-day, just a little bit for tomorrow. 1 to 2 inches does it for most areas for tomorrow night. But, of course, that's just enough to have to make you brush off the car and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, everybody, hope you guys enjoyed the forecast, and I hope you can tune in for 10 o'clock. I will have the latest updates, and we will have the latest news. And have a great evening and enjoy your upcoming week.